when it's done. So as people come in, just watch it from the beginning after the video is posted. I feel like shit. I feel like getting up right now and going home and just caving in and just, grabbing one and just bewail and get this knocked out. But that would be going backwards. I'm barely here. I'm barely here. But with that being said, I'm going live right now because it's suggested that when you do a video release, you go live, drive people to the traffic of your video. Well, hell, is not doing that good. But y'all requested it to be dropped on Friday, so I dropped it on Friday. At the same time, Welcome to My Addiction is climbing back like a champ. It lost 2,000 views, but gained 3,000. And I don't know if somebody's playing with it, but I dropped Well Hell at the same time. And that probably wasn't a good idea. But y'all wanted it, so I dropped it. It's up, ready to rock and roll. There's that. Okay, we talked about Well Hell, we talked about music, and we talked about my withdrawal, why I feel like shit today. If you missed it, I'm gonna post this live so you can see it. I usually delete all the lives, but I'm gonna keep this one because I wanna talk about the reason I'm going live right now. When I was a little boy, I was taken away from my mama by the state. I was taken away from my mama and my daddy, who was around at the time. He was around when I was born. Oh, fuck, I need this. Hold on. Going through withdrawal is... I was listening to Struggle and Jelly Roll's new song just a minute ago and had to turn it off because I didn't want to cry. Sorry. What's up, Barros? What up? Y'all, all right, y'all are coming in. Look. I'll say it one more time. I addressed the music video. I addressed the withdrawal I'm going through right now. I'm going to post the live. So if you want to see that, when I post the live, you can watch it again. The reason I'm going live is to push Well Hell, and Welcome to My Addiction is doing, it's fighting. It's done got 3,000 views overnight. There's two artists, prominently well-known artists, that dropped songs this week, and Welcome to My Addiction has to just beat them all to pieces. One artist got 5,000 views in 2 days, and this artist has videos with millions of streams. He got 5,000 views in one. Welcome to My Addiction not only got 15,000 views in 8 days, it should be way more than it is right now. And if you've been following, you know this. It should be way more. It should be aluminum. But that's not why I'm making the video. Creek Squad. I'm good. I'm glad Creek Squad's in here. I want every person of Creek Squad in here because I don't know why Ryan finds this insane. Creek Squad has helped me. They have protected me on Instagram. They have come to the shows, bought merch, got autographs from me. Because at first, really, when country rap started to take off, everybody was Creek Squad, But now what's going on? Come on, man. So I'll start over. When I was a little boy, I was taken away from my mother by the state. And I was put up for adoption before my grandparents knew about it. My aunt just so happened to call them and said, hey, they're talking about adopting Ryan. Do y'all want to come get him? And my grandparents, my grandma did not want me. My grandpa, I don't think a tank could have held him back from going down there and getting me. So I was raised by my grandpa my whole life and hated and abused by my grandmother my whole life. My whole life. But it was a different type of abuse. My grandmother wanted me to be this politician. So she sent me to private school all the way up to the 4th grade. So I went to private school all the way up to 4th grade. Now, long story short, I got kicked out of private school because I'm not no politician. I was a young bloodhound. And it was just unheard of to fight at a private school, you know? So I got kicked out of private school. And at 5th grade, I went to public school for the first time in my life. I didn't hit public school until 5th grade. Now, with that being said, when I got there, I learned what real bullies was like. I was coddled at private school. When I got to public school, it's a different ball game. So I never will forget. I'm sitting in the library. This is just one instance. I'm sitting in the library one day, minding my own business, reading a book, and a black dude, a black gangster by the name of Carlos, started to mess with me. Well, there was another dude sitting next to me. His name was Daniel Hickman. He was a vice lord. And he said, bro, if you're going to mess with him, you got to go through me first or whatever like that. So Daniel gets up and they start throwing hands right there in the library. They start throwing hands. And this become a reoccurring thing that everybody wanted to pick on the white boy from the private school. But you know what? There was a group of young vice lords that not only stood up and took up for me, but they actually were like, come here, bro. Come in here, bro. Let me show you the ropes. They introduced me to Master P. They started to build Bloodhound. You know what I'm saying? We became best friends from 5th grade to 6th grade. Best fucking friends. I did not see color. Now here we are. He's a grown man now and hates my guts and wants to fight me right now because of the media in this country has brainwashed many black people to think that all white people are racist. And that's not true. The black community built me. Last Saturday when I went to my show, that wasn't no white show. I wasn't hanging out with white people. I had Arkansas and Hillarosa, dead in the middle of the woods. There wasn't no white people there. Had a blast. Had a blast. That's part of my mission, is to fight against this narrative that all white people are racist. Now, with that being said, I buried people who were black. Held caskets, was pallbearers. And I swore I would never take their obituary and use them in a social media video. With that being said, okay, Ryan Upchurch. He's a rapper. He's known as a rapper. Rap music started in the black community in New York City with Run DMC. And then it got a lot of leverage when Aerosmith cut a song with Run DMC. And it started to gain traction, and then it turned into gangster rap in the early 90s when Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. come along. It wasn't too many years after that, there was a white rapper named Haystack that came on the scene Then a few years after that, another white rapper by the name of Eminem came on the scene and blew up, and it was okay for white people to rap after that. And these men built the very foundation that Ryan Upchurch is standing on. Whether you want to admit that, whether you like that, whether you think that's a lie, buddy, I was alive, lived it, and seen it with my own eyes. My generation seen hip hop being built. So when Ryan Upchurch goes on a platform defending Hitler, and he's known as a rapper who's been on No Jumper, Ryan Upchurch, I bet you Ryan Upchurch won't go on No Jumper and talk the same shit that he talked about on Hickory Short. Go to No Jumper and say that same shit. You've been there one time. Better yet, I posted the video on Instagram against the advice of somebody else. You don't have to think real hard to figure who that person would be, but I posted it anyway. And I got pictures in that video of people who have been so starved to death they can't even walk. They're living skeletons that did not make it too much longer after the fucking picture was taken. To defend concentration camps, to defend Hitler, to defend Nazis, whatever. I am not going to stand around and be silent. I will go to war behind this. They say, oh, you challenge Ryan Upchurch, that's going to end your music career. They told Kendrick Lamar the same thing. They said, oh, you're going after Ryan Upchurch for clout. Well, which one is it? Is it going to end my music career, or is it going to give me clout? Because guess what? I'm about done with this shit anyway. I've already wrote every song that I ever care to release ever again in my life. So I have a suspected end anyway. I don't care. I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. Saturday, I'm going on some channel to debate this dude. I don't even remember the channel. But I'll be debating this dude Saturday. Tonight at midnight, I'll be on Vic XL, and I'm not going to talk about this on Vic's channel. I respect his platform too much. But if you go watch the video on Instagram that I posted, Hicker Billy said that I'm just spewing propaganda, which is an oxymoron, because you can't say you're spewing propaganda from somebody that's spewing propaganda. It's an oxymoron. So I'm not interested in going on Hicker Billy Short and talking about any song. I'm not interested in being interviewed. I'm not interested in doing a music review. I want to go on Hicker Billy Short with Upchurch is there. And I want to talk to him very politely. I want to ask him, do you really think it's a good idea to defend Nazis and die on this hill? You can't even get 1 million streams on any music video you release right now. Are you not seeing this? You have insulted so many vets that are Creek Squad. You have insulted Creek Squad members whose grandparents, some of these Creek Squad members never got to see their grandpa. They just heard stories about him because he was killed by them Nazis that you're defending. My uncle was killed. I had another uncle that fought in World War II. He was the 5th tank to cross the Orion River, or the Rhines River in Germany. I have another uncle that fought in World War II that got lost behind enemy lines and almost was killed. I refuse, over Bloodhound's dead body, I refuse for these whack-ass, lame-ass, square-ass white boys to take hip-hop and turn it into a white supremacist genre. It's not going to happen under my watch. I will fight you. I will put it on wax today. They won't put me on the podcast. I've had these conversations and Sale 321 in lockdown 23-1. I've had these conversations that ended with shoes screeching. So if you want to talk about defending Nazis, I called out Bryce Mitchell. But he went back and apologized because he was addressed by a real one. Rampage Jackson was like, bro, that's not cool what you said. And somebody needs to tell Upchurch, bro, that's not cool what you said. And Hickorbilly, you can make this happen. Don't come on my channel talking about I'm spewing propaganda if you ain't man enough to bring me on your channel, look me in my face and tell me I'm spewing propaganda. Y'all have a good day.